Hello, everyone. Let's give it a second for it to connect everywhere to all the platform that this is going to be live streamed from too. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's see. We've got lots of people are chatting right now. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Monday, tax day, Susie's birthday. If you haven't, say hello to Susie and sent her a birthday wish. Yeah, it's her birthday today. Hello, Michael. Great color on you, Michael.
My wife says I'm on fire, Julie, so, so
I
I
love
got red on.
it. I love it. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope everyone's doing well. Today is Monday, April 15, and welcome to Michael and Julie's live discussions about Onpassive. And we are so excited. We are in such a great time. And, as we've gone through the past 5 years, almost 6 years for Michael. And so, we love getting together to talk about Onpassive. Um, let's have Michael say hello to everyone, and then we could get started.
Well, hello, everyone. Trust everyone's having a fantastic day. And if you're not, go ahead and have one. Okay, you're entitled to have a fantastic day. Today's Monday, today's April 15th. And Julie says it's tax day. So, hey, tax can be a good thing.
Oh, absolutely. um, yes, it is a good day. It is a good time for all of us who are understand and who are following Onpassive. But before I even wanted to talk about that a little bit, the way how I see things are going on, companies started. But Michael, maybe let's kind of chat about this really quick. Normally, when people wanted to do something, right, or even the norm of the people, they tend to focus on what they are doing, right? They talk about what they are doing, how they are going to do it, and when is it going to happen, and where they're going to do this certain things. But people never really started with why they are doing what they're doing until they finish all of that, and then they hit some obstacle, right? And then they're like, oh, why am I doing what I am doing? But it is so different in Onpassive, and I like you to talk about this too, Michael. Is that Onpassive is so different. We start with why are we doing what we're doing? What do you see that, Michael? Do you see the same?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it goes back to those two videos that our CEO shared. And so we know the why, right? We know, okay, that's there's a lot of corruption out there. We can correct it. There's a better way of doing things. We can actually uplift humanity. We can help a lot of people. All of these things. So we know the why. Why is Onpassive being built? What are we looking to accomplish, right? And okay, instead of us doing it by ourselves, or instead of Onpassive doing it by itself, right? Okay, we can bring a few friends along. We can bring some people to come along for the journey, and they'll benefit, in the end, right? And so we know the why. So we start with that in mind, and then we go to work, right? But you're absolutely right that people, join a business. I kind of guess they have a why, Julie, in the sense of, oh, I need to make some money, so let me go join this business. Like, that's usually the why, probably 99% of the times, right? And then they don't really, put a proper plan together, is what I would say, right? They don't really have a proper plan. Okay, you want to make some money. How are you going to go do it though? Right? Well, I'm just jumping into this business. Okay. And then what? Right. So I think with Onpassive, the company says, hey, we get it. We know that people have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. Right. So we're going to do things differently. We're going to put things together a different way, to ensure that you succeed. And so, hey, I'm like, that sounds good to me. So let's go. Right. So here we are.
That's right. That's right. And so because of us understand the why Onpassive does what it does, and we understand why we are here, um, I wanted to bring up this topic, Michael, is because I wanted to the past few weeks, Mr. Ashmufara has really kind of preparing us in a way of saying, it's things are coming, big things, like big things, huge things are coming, right? So it kind of bring people right now to a frame of mind that on passive catmo, right? It has been here. However, everything that they have been working in the past years preparing for these things, preparing to actually introduce a whole entire catmo. And catmo to me, it's like a big drop of water that creating all these ripple effect. Catmo is like a seed of knowledge for me. And as I'm always suggesting everyone's to do is, do you really understand why Onpassive do what they are doing? Why Onpassive creating? And what about your why? Why are you doing what you are doing? And put Catmo as a seed of information, as a seed of knowledge, and then start going back and connecting all these dots together. And that's one of the reasons why I really went back and take a look at all the meetings that our CEO, Mr. Ashmufara, had with all of us, and then putting that together to really bring people into that frame, that mindset of why we are doing what we're doing, and really understand what catmo. So Michael, what do you think of that? Today we're going to talk about catmo again. We're going to bring it back and putting everyone into that mind frame, mindset.
Yeah, I think if we look at things from the company's perspective, from the company's point of view, right, instead of from us as an individual, right, I think we walk away with a different understanding, right? People are always looking at their individual specific situation. And I said, well, why does it take so long? I'm just one person. I just need to make, $500 a month or whatever, right? It's just me, right? So they're thinking so small because individually we are small, but collectively, right, we are very big, right? And the mission that OnPassive has is very big, right? So when we put things into the company's perspective and see the magnitude of what's being done and how many people will be helped, it's not the 1.4 or so that's here with us. That's not what this is for, right? It's way bigger than that, right? So when you start to multiply the numbers and look at the potential numbers as far as customers that Onpassive can service, right? When you start to look at that and see the magnitude of that number, then you get to understand as to why it takes time to put all these things in place, right? You don't want to be able to have a system set up. Here we go, and then all of a sudden tomorrow, 100 million people come, or 10 million people come, or a large number come, and then you're not ready for that, right? Your server crashes, and you understand, right? So you have to be prepared. You don't know what the number is going to be, but you have to be prepared. If you believe in your business, if you believe in your products that are going to bring value to the marketplace, then you have to get yourself ready for the market, not for 10 million or 100, but for the entire marketplace, because you don't know, right? And then when we look at the scope of Onpassive, the variety of products, right, the various industries that we will touch, right? When we look at that, Julian, see how big that is, right? Each of our products can be a standalone market in of itself, a standalone business, right? So it's like you have a whole bunch of businesses all combined in one when you think about it, right? And so that's what makes it so big, right? And so therefore, a lot of care, a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of nurturing, a lot of start. All those things have to be done to make sure that you have a business that's going to be here for generations to come, right? So that's very, very important, right? And so I think when we start to look at it from that standpoint, then we really get to understand CATMO. We really get to understand, how can all this now benefit me as an individual, right? But start with the big, start with the whole, start with Onpassive as a whole, right? And then understand that, and then you see where you fit in, and now you will benefit.
That's right. So for some of us who are listening, and you probably don't know what CATMO means, let me take a little bit of time and just tell you what the abbreviation CATMO is stand for. So CATMO, it's spelled C.A.T.M.O. Okay. So what does C stand for? C stand for a complete digital solutions. Okay. And every single of those words mean a whole lot, everyone. Mean a lot, right? Mean a lot of information that I've get to actually listen to and learn in the past 5 years. A is automatic. It's an automation that powered by artificial intelligence and machine learning. And then letter T is standing for traffic, not any kind of traffic. It's a targeted traffic that Onpassive is creating. And then M, everyone's focusing on money. Um, it's money. It's basically when you create something that's valuable, it brings you money, right? And O is on passive. On passive, always giving us an over deliver to us and giving us that first impression, right? And O to me means a lot more things. So I'll bring that up later. But it is so true, Michael, that On Passive was introduced to us, I would say roughly about 3 years ago. And did you know that 3 years ago, when Mr. Ash Mufareh talked about, introduced to us about C.A.T.M.O, there was roughly about a quarter of millions early birds were there, to be closer to exact about 230,000 early birds were there at the time. And it was one of the things that got me really starting to understand what Onpassive is about. And so because understood the word CATMO, the abbreviation of CATMO, helped me to actually connecting the dots of everything that is going on in the past years. Uh, did you get CATMO right away, Michael, when he was first introduced to us?
Absolutely, I did. But
And
I'm a different animal. Here's the thing, Julie, right? Like, you're absolutely correct that we got C, we got A, we got T, we got M, and we have O, but people seems to forget about the C, to forget about the A, forget about the T. Like, you can't have the money without having all of that. You have to have CATMO. You can't take out C, A, and T and have CATMO, right? It just doesn't work that way. So people have to understand, okay, we have to take care of the C. We have to take care of the A. We have to take care, meaning that you have to put it together. You have
Mhm.
to put the automation together. You got to set up the business, set up the system, set up all the different platforms, software, etc. You have to put all it together so that it's going to be automated for you, right? You have to put the traffic together, right? You don't just, in 20 seconds, 90 days, yep, I got all the traffic that we're ever going to need. You have to put all this stuff together, right? So that's important. You don't just, oh, I got AI. You know what I mean? No, you have to put all of that together. You have to build the technology, right? You have to infuse it within the products as you're building it and so on. Test it out, right? There's a lot that goes on before you get to the money part. But because we know we have CATMO, you can't have CATMO without money either. You understand? So we know we're going to have the C, we're going to have the A, we're going to have the T. So why would we think we're not going to have the M, right? You understand? CATMO, we have it, and we're going to have it, right? So people just have to understand the pieces, though, right? And then take a look now at when you start a business. Okay, how do I make money? How does anyone go from scratch and start to make money? Not make money one time, but make money over and over and over and over and over again, right? Things have to be put in place, right? If you say, Julie, okay, you know what? I'm going to be a real estate investor. Okay, well, you're going to need some money, right? Because you have to invest some money into it. You're going to need some knowledge, or pay for the knowledge, or pay for someone who has the knowledge. You understand? You have to go find a property. Well, what are you looking for? You're looking for cash flow. right? Are you looking to build up equity, capital appreciation? Like what are you looking to do? So all these decisions have to be made. All these things have to come together, right? You have to have a team, Julie. You're gonna need some legal advice inside there. It's not just let me just run out there and I'm gonna be a real estate investor. You know what I mean? Right? So you have to understand the marketplace or pay someone who understands all of that, etc. Right? There's a process to it. You don't just get up and say, "Yep, I'm going to start making money in real estate." It doesn't work that way, right? And the bottom line is that we know the majority of people that are in real estate, they're not even making any money anyways, right? Some are, absolutely, right? Some are making a lot of money. But the point is, you have to put things together, right? You don't just get up and boom, here you go. You go out there and you join a company. So, oh, I'm going to be an affiliate marketer for this company. Again, same thing. You have to put things in place. Where are you going to get your traffic from, right? What are you going to send them to? You're going to use a landing page, a capture page, a standalone website, a replicated website. What are you going to do, right? What's the verbiage going to be on the site? You understand? All these things, Julie. Are you going to be posting stuff all over social media? You're going to be doing email marketing. What are you going to be doing? How do you put it all together? A lot of people just jump in and they have no clue, Julie, about how to actually make the money. And so that's why they keep failing over and over and over again. Onpassive says, hey, we get all of that. We got you covered. We're going to do all of that for you. We're going to take care of all of that for you. That's why we talk about the heavy lifting, right? And so we can just sit there and, okay, C.A.T.M.O, okay, C is for, right? It's a very nice acronym to describe our business model, right? And so when that clicks in and people understand that, wait a minute, am I the one that have to complete the system? Am I the one that have to automate the process? Am I the one that have to go find the targeted traffic? Right? You understand? Right? All these things, right? I'm not the one that's doing it. You're not the one that's doing it. The company Onpassive is doing all that for us, Julie. And we just get to kind of immerse ourselves in it or infuse ourselves in the process, right? So that we can reap the rewards. It's a beautiful system, Julie. There's no other model out there that's like this, right? And so when people truly understand it, they're basically on cloud nine every single day. They're on cloud nine.
Yeah. Yeah. And as I'm listening to what you're saying and what we've been saying the past, years, C.A.T.M.O isn't just well, let me say this. C.A.T.M.O, it's a whole entire system of Onpassive. However, C.A.T.M.O is so interconnected, and that's why I love this word so much. You can't just have the complete system and then you don't have the rest, right? Or you can just, or you can't just have each of those pieces separate. They are interconnecting together, and they're also in every single product as well. You gotta in every single product, you gotta think about, you have to have a complete O Connect in order for you to have that automation, that traffic, and be able to make money on that as well. So there's a lot of work needs to be done in it. And what you're saying is, it's work needs to be done. Things has to line up correctly, has to be legally also. I mean, I don't know how to do SEO. I don't know how to do CRM. I mean, like, not a whole lot of people. How many people in the world actually know how to do certain things? You have to rely on the system. You have to rely on other applications as well. But if we're looking around, like yesterday, I had a conversation with someone, putting a video together. He said, "Oh, you can use this to do this. You can use this to do that." It's very tiring to pick things up from one company or one application and work on this, and but now you have the entire system, complete system together. That three words, complete digital solutions, mean a whole lot, Michael.
Absolutely, Julie. When I think of all that I've done online, I pretty much taught myself a lot of things, right? I just jump into something and just figure it out. And okay, well, let's try this, let's try that, test, 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 test. Oh, okay, this is working. Let's keep it. Oh, this is not working. Let's throw that away. And you keep going around, going around, going around until you're actually able to put together a system, right? Because me personally, Julie, I think it's the only way people can be successful is you have to have automation. It is the only way. You can't rely on yourself. Okay, In general, obviously, there's some people can do things on their own, but I'm talking about the majority of people, right? The majority of people, yeah, it's just it's not your cup of tea, right? Julie, I get in my car, I press a button, and I start to drive. If something goes wrong, I pick up the phone and I call someone to come, right? The only thing I do in the car, Julie, is I can obviously put the gas inside there, right? And I can change the washer fluid, and that's about it. Oh, and the tire pressure. If the tire's low for some reason, I can put air in the tire. That's about it, Julie.
But how
Right?
many people will do what you do or can do what you do, right? I can go pump gas, but I get the
No,
point.
no, but you see what I'm saying though, right? Like that's it. That's all I know to do though. When it comes to a car, right? Where some people, oh, this is they can get into the engine and they're doing this and doing that, get under the, you know what I mean? Get underneath the car, all this stuff that they can do on their own, right? I don't even change my own tires, Julie. You understand? My point is that when it comes to business, not everyone have the skills or the knowledge of how to actually make the business work. We've seen too many people start a business, Julie, and they're clueless about running a business, and so they fail, right? So Onpassive is saying we understand all of that, folks. We understand it. We know that you've joined 5, 6, 7, 10 different businesses in your lifetime thus far, and you have not attained the success that you've been looking for, right? For whatever reason. But a lot of it is because you don't know how to actually make it work. You don't know how to actually go out there and generate sales. You don't know how to automate the sales process so that when you're sleeping, you're still making money. Most people don't know how to do all of that, right? And so OnPath is saying, hey, we can put it all together. We can make it work on your behalf, right? We can do it all. So leave the heavy lifting up to us. And guess what? A nice, easy way for you to remember what we're about, CATMO, right? And so when people get all of that, then they start to look at the pieces and says, that makes sense. If I have a complete digital system or solution, right? Okay, it's complete, meaning nothing is missing, right? Nothing is missing, right? If it's complete, if something is missing, it's incomplete, right? It's a complete system, right? And then, okay, if it's really complete, to be successful, I need automation. So is there automation? Yes, that's where the A comes in, right? So the company is, kind of break it all down for us to understand that you need each of these components. You can't have C.A.T.M.O. It will not work. You can't have C.A.M.O. It's not going to work. You cannot have A.T.M.O. You understand? You need each of the pieces in order for this to work for you. And so I think if we can just look at it from that standpoint, Julie, people should get it and people should be jumping for joy.
Absolutely. People should. And talking about, the complete system, what is it that once you got a system, what you got to do? You got to plug in and you got to play, right? And what do you do to plug in? So I want to take this opportunity to really saying is we are at this time that it's ready to go. That whole full complete system is ready to introducing to us. What do we need to do? Right? We need to plug it in, and the action of plugging in means you lock into the to your ecosystem and you explore it. And there's one more thing too. Did you know that there are already this is everyone's who are plugging in will actually laugh because there is already on passive ecosystem, the EOS app is out there. There's O Connect app is out there, and I believe O Trim app is about to introduced to us very soon. The company, Mr. Mufareh has mentioned it about it, but we wait for the official notifications. So those are already ready. But in order for us to plug into that system, we got to download the apps, right? Download all the apps when you have a chance to log into your ecosystem. And there's a link in there that you actually can download the app. Um, it's amazing where we are today, Michael. We are going to get that complete system that will automatically doing the things that we wish to do that will be able to help us bringing the traffic to the business that never happened before. And a lot of us, needed that money. And when we're talking about money, you've mentioned about it, it will be insult to the company if the company creating something this big and only make a few bucks, a few dollars for people. It'll be insulting to our company. So the part where we wanted to say is stay on top of it. And that's one of the reasons why we bring up CATMO today. Thoughts, Michael?
Well, you're absolutely right. Because, uh, I mean, think of it just wouldn't make sense, Julie, right? It wouldn't, you don't have a massive company, right? And then the reward for being part of that massive company is peanuts. It just wouldn't make sense, right? There's no sense in talking about, uplifting humanity and beacon of hope and all the things that we say that Onpassive is going to do for so many people worldwide, uh, only to say, well, at the end of the day, you can only make one sale a year. You're going to have one customer for the year. No one wants these products that we've spent so much time and money putting together. No, right? We have to see the big picture. We have to see that what we have, there's a demand for it. Are people out there purchasing domain names? Absolutely, they are, right? I own multiple domain names right now, right? So people are buying domain names. So guess what? When we're offering domain names to the public, do you think people are going to buy? Absolutely, they're going to buy, right? Connect. Are people using webinar platforms out there right now? Of course they are, right? So why would we think that, well, no one's going to want Onpassive's webinar, especially when what we're bringing out there is better than what's in the marketplace? Like, are you kidding me? Right? So we can go through all the various products, Julie, and we see that there's a demand for what the company's creating. Okay, are people out there struggling right now financially? The answer is yes, right? Are people out there trying to do business A, business B, business C, and just not making any way with that? The answer is yes, right? So is what Onpassive putting out there to the market? Is there going to be a demand for it? Absolutely, Julie. Just think of the amount of people who've come in as early birds. Just think about that. There are companies out there that don't even have that number, and they've been around for years upon years upon years, right? We have to understand and see everything that has transpired up until now, right? And really, understand that this business is exactly what you've been looking for. You may not have known the name, right? But 20 years ago, this is exactly what you've been looking for. 10 years ago, this is exactly what you've been looking. It just wasn't available. It wasn't around, right? It wasn't around. You could not have been a part of this business 10 years ago. It didn't exist, right? Here it is now, though, and people have the opportunity to jump in. And even right now, people can just open up a ecosystem account for free, Julie. It doesn't even cost them anything. You just get in and say, you know what? Let me just get a free account and let me see what's going on. And you take a look at the products that are there and you wait to see for the other products that's coming on and so on and so forth. You get to have a bird's eye view from the inside, right? You don't need to be on the outside because it's not costing you anything, right? So as I look at this business, Julie, everything about it just checks all the box of everything that you want. That's why I say this is what people have been looking for, right? People have been struggling for way too long, right? And no one is stepping up to say, hey, let me help you. Let me put something together that's not going to help you, but it's going to help your family for generations. Like, who's saying that? That yes, we're going to come up with a product that you can buy, right? And that's about it. You know what I mean? The iPhone, was that a great invention? Absolutely, sure. Right? The internet, was that a great? Absolutely. You understand? Blockchain technology, absolutely. And the list goes on and on, Julie. Right? But how can you and your family benefit, right, by being part of this business? Because at the end of the day, we can buy all the products in the world, Julie, But buying all the products in the world is not going to help us pay our bills. It
Yeah.
just isn't, right? And that's where people are struggling, right? That's where people are losing their homes. That's where people are homeless. That's where people don't have clean water. And the list goes on and on and on. And if we can help them with this business, right, by giving them an opportunity to change their future, right? That's what Onpassive is all about, making a positive difference in people's lives. And that's what we're going to be doing, Julie. That's what we're going to be doing. And that's what I'm excited about. That's why for every day for me, I'm on fire every single day. Why? Because I know what's coming.
Yeah.
I know how this business is going to transform people's lives right around the globe. And that is exciting. So we ought to be excited, Julie. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I am super excited every single day talking about Onpassive and be able to connecting all the dots around it. It's so funny. This thing is really delayed. Looking at you. But anyway, you know, and the part that we always, Mr. Mufareh, and all of us are always talking is it's AI with heart. Everywhere, everyone's is trying to implement AI and AI into this their business, but who will be rising to the top? I mean, 100% on passive will be rising to the top. Why? Because we are created with heart. We are creating with AI, with values. We add so much values on passive. Add so much values in what they are creating, and well, you know, do you want to dream big? Do you want to make a few dollars, or do you want to make a few thousand or millions? I mean, it's really depend on how much plug-in you are, right? Because Unpassive has so many, there's many ways for you to be able to create a business, a career. It's really depend on us how big do we want to make, how successful do we want to be successful in Unpassive. The system has already created, the automation has already done, the traffic's already there, right? The opportunity to make money is already there, right? The over delivers, you have all the products. How much do you want to plug in? How much do you want to plug in? Have you download the apps? It's really depend on us, Michael.
Yeah, yeah. It is dependent upon us. We have to take responsibility for ourselves. The company can only do so much for you, right? But you have to take responsibility for yourself. Think about this, Julie. People will come, right? And they will purchase O Connect as an example, right? And they'll be able to use O Connect and generate cash flow from whatever business that they may have that they want to promote, right? They can use O Connect to connect with people around the globe, right? To make presentations to them, to present whatever offers that they may have, to conduct businesses, conferences, and the list goes on and on. So instead of me jumping in a plane, Julie, and going over to Papua New Guinea, I can just get on a conference, use an O Connect, and I can, do whatever sales pitch I have, or whatever it is that I'm promoting. I can present it to people without leaving my home, right? And the sheer numbers, Julie, I can have 10,000 people on there with me. So can you imagine that I'm promoting a business and 10,000 people join me via O Connect, right? And I'm able to present whatever offer. And I don't know, maybe I'm making $100 per sale, and I have these 10,000 people that come on O Connect with me, right? And they purchase whatever that product is that I'm promoting. You understand, right? Think of the sales that I could make just using this product without me having to spend money to jump on a plane, to stay at a hotel, to get a car service, to get to whatever location. You understand? All these other expenses, they're gone, Julie, right? They're gone. I just stay right here, plug in, send out an invite, get people to come on to O Connect, and I can present whatever it is. Maybe I have a course that I want to teach people. Same thing. They all come on to O Connect, Julie, right? Do a conference with them, and I can go ahead and present my course information to them, right? And so on and so forth. There's so many applications, right? So yes, we know within Onpassive we can make money by selling the products them, but we can also use the products them, Julie, right, to make money with it. And that's where the big win is, because you're going to have lots of people that will come to use the products, Customers, 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 customers. That's how we win big. That's how we create wealth, right? Okay, why is it that Amazon is worth how many billions, or Facebook is worth how many billions, and so why? It's their customer base, Julie, right? If you have a supermarket and only one person's coming in your supermarket, are you going to make any money? No. So that supermarket needs a lot of customers, right? So it's the same thing. Our business, customers, customers, customers. The beauty about it, Julie, is that just like Amazon, they have so many different products, right? They don't just have one product. Like we know some companies and all they have is one product. Some company only have two products, right? Okay, but if you really want to get to the marketplace, Julie, you have multiple products, lots and lots and lots of products that are actually in demand, and so now Tom comes and Tom doesn't want O Connect, right? Tom doesn't want O Tracker, but guess what? Tom wants O Academy. You understand? Or Tom doesn't want O, but maybe Tom wants a domain name, right? Maybe Tom wants a bulk mailer, and the list goes on and on and on, right? Maybe Tom has a business, and so they're overall in their human resource department, right? So here comes old staff that can help them. You understand, Julie? So many things that they can use within Onpassive, because again, one-stop shop. How can we not have CAT.M.O when everything is there for us? Everything, Julie, right? So CAT.M.O is a done deal. It's a done deal. Done, 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 done deal. Every single part of that. There's no part that's missing, because if it is missing, like I said earlier, then it just wouldn't be CAT.M.O.
Yeah. So funny you brought up Amazon. Excuse me. Amazon, I believe, have absolutely beautiful system,
Mhm.
right? And Amazon, it looks like when you go to Amazon, you go shop, it looks like Amazon has so many products. But the question is, are those products owned by Amazon, right?
Mhm.
Are those products owned by Amazon, right? So think about this. You're looking at on passive. It creates a system, and it created the products, right? That has the unlimited factors to it, as has the security factors to it. It's scalable, right? And if on passive could make changes in the product that they are creating to fit any individuals, a group of people, to fit the company. So if you actually listening to this message that we're talking here, think about it. Can you find something? Can you implement your AI to your business without costing you tons of money? Do you have the knowledge and the capability of creating the AI that will be able to help with your business, right? And also, do you have the unlimited factor of storage, for example, right, in your business? Or do you have to go out there and create it on your own? Or you might have to go and looking for different applications from every other company and implement that into your business. But here on passive has created the system, has created the product that can actually fit everything we you are doing in your own business together. And the question is, what would you do? And not we haven't even talked about the cost of it, Michael. It's insane.
Julie, as I said, if people like look at all the pieces, one of the piece is what you just said, right? The fact that OnPassive is creating its own product. So that means you have control, right? I've put together, many systems before, only for the system to fail because the companies that I'm utilizing within the system, they make changes on you, Julie, right?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to change the price on this. Oh, we're going to disconnect this, discontinue this particular product, but like all these different changes are like, oh, I have to keep revamping the system and revamping the system every single time. That's just creating more work for me, right? The reason why OnPassive can be AI with heart, right, is because OnPassive is the one that's creating the technology. OnPassive is the one that's creating the products, the tools. right? They're creating everything from scratch. This is not a Me Too product and slap a white label on it and call it on passive. No, they're actually building that product from scratch so they can make sure that the technology is built with love, Julie. That the technology is going to be used for good, Julie. You understand? We have to understand the pieces. I'm telling you, because when we do and when we get it, Julie, you just can't sleep at nights. Like you just won't be, right. Yeah, I know some people says, well, because I'm so confident and I get to sleep really, really well. But no, when people are excited, like I take my youngest for example, when she knows she's going somewhere and she's going to go by her friend's house, for example, right? It's like you just can't wait to wake up, right? Because you know what's going to happen the next day. Or let's say it's your birthday or something, and you're so excited for that event that's going on that day, you just can't wait. I remember when we got together in Boston, Julie. I was so excited, you know what I mean, to come together for the first time. That yeah, you're not having a full sleep the night before because you can't wait to get there. You understand? So it's that excitement that you have that builds up once you fully understand what this business is all about and how you're going to benefit from it. When you get all of that, you can't contain yourself. The excitement is there. You don't have to, put it on or turn it on, and it's just there, right? It just becomes part of who you are, and it just comes out just like that, Julie. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the best. I was gonna say the best thing since sliced bread, but this is the best business ever. Best business ever. Right? BBE. Best business ever.
Yeah. Best business ever, last business ever, right? So the question here is, everyone, are you plugging it in, right? You got to do the action to plug it in. Doesn't matter how great things are creating for all of us, but if we are not plug in, getting involved, I think this is all you have, is you and whatever the procrastinations we have, or it's we have to deal with it. So it's exciting to have on passive in our lives, and it's very true. When you're excited about something, you didn't sleep. I did not sleep at all the night before we flew to Boston, but because I was excited and I didn't want to sleep to miss something, right? And so it is exciting time, and I wanted to take this opportunity. I really don't want to shout out anything here, but I truly appreciate what John White and Bill Must have been doing. They've released a lot of short videos that has a lot of added knowledge to what we've learned so far in Onpassive. It's really cool. You guys should check it out. So just want to take this opportunity to thank both of them for that. And it's amazing where we are today. And when it was introduced, CATMO, to us 3 years ago, it was about a quarter of millions people. Look what we are today. Look where we are today. Look how many people are users of Onpassive. So I'm encouraging every one of you. It doesn't go in full circle. Letter O, I was talking about it earlier. I said it doesn't go in full circle. If you know about Onpassive, you love Onpassive, you use Onpassive, and you are making you receive the values in Onpassive, and it stopped there, right? It needs to be talked about, share, review. Talking about review, if you download the app and you love O Connect, let's go write some review about what you love, right? And it doesn't stop there. So every actions that we take every day about Onpassive, share Onpassive out, it will help it to become a full circle. And I believe in a full circle, you know and so and in order for all of us to fully appreciate the people behind the scene, our CEO, our COO, CMO, CTO, everyone, all the tech team out there, in order for us to actually show our appreciation to them, is to use a product, love it, yeah, and enjoy it. And I believe that's what they want us to do, because they spend tireless hours, no sleeping, right? Creating this for us. So the things that we could do from our heart to their heart is to enjoy it.
You
Michael?
said it, Julie. You said it. You said it. You said it. It's there, folks. The product is there. Play with it. Play with all the various features that O Connect has. And great things are in our future. Right, is the bottom line. Great things are in the future. I can't wait to have the complete system, Julie. I can't wait to have the domain name. So sites all set up. I can't wait to have the targeted traffic. I can't wait to have all the products that are there, so I can go out there and tell the world to get a free ecosystem account, right? Just get a free account. Just come and take a look at what we have. Come on and take a look at what we have. And then, and I leave them alone, Julie, right? I let them discover the products for themselves, right? Because when they do, right, it's like when you walk into a store, right? Back in the day, probably 20 years ago, Julie, maybe even 30, right? You walk into a store and the salesperson will just jump on you, right? Nowadays, you walk into a store, like no one even bother you. Like, it's like, okay, is there somebody working here, right? Like no one is there, right? And so you actually have to go and ask for help and so on. And so I kind of like that, right? That's me. I don't want walking to a store and people, no, just leave me alone. When I need help, I'll ask for the help. And so that's how I treat all my potential customers then, right? I just give them the information, encourage them to get a free account. They get a free account. They can look around, see what they want. And whenever they're ready, Julie, they will make a purchase, right? Like, it is so simple, non-threatening. You understand? No one is, running when they see you come in, right? It is so simple, right? It is so simple. This business, I can't say enough of it. But I think, we're going to go viral. Onpassive will be a household name, right? And those that are experiencing CAT-MO in its fullest, right, will be able to help a lot of people out there, and so that we can collectively make a positive impact, on the world around us. It's going to happen. There's no doubt about that. And so, as they say, only time will tell, right? But only time will tell the magnitude, right? The magnitude of the reach that Onpassive will have. Every corner, over 200 countries around the world will be impacted, right? No stones will be left unturned as far as Onpassive getting their brand out there, right? We'll have access to every single person that's on this planet. We'll have access to them as far as being able to communicate. Obviously, we're not talking about babies and little kids and so on like that, but everyone that has an email address, we're going to have access to them. Everyone that has a social media account, we're going to have access to them, and so on, right? Anyone that can see a billboard, we're going to have access to them, right? And the list goes on. Anyone that watches TV, right, we're going to have access to them, right? Anyone on YouTube, Facebook, right? Unlimited, Julie, unlimited. We are going to blanket this planet with Onpassive. Why? Because it's something that's good for every single person that's out there.
Absolutely. Very lovely. The future is very bright, everyone. Super bright, everyone. So stay plugged in and
It's as bright as my shirt, Julie.
yes, I know. Yep, the future is bright. Let's see what else. I had some thought and I was gonna say something and I forgot. Anyway, future is bright. So if you are listening to this message, if someone send it to you, just go ahead and ask them how to register. And if you hear this for the first time, you can go to onpassive.com to register if you want to register for free, or you can check out the description and it has all the details for you, right? So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And you really enjoy this, please click like. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and stay close, right? As our CEO said the last time, stay close. All
Yep.
right.
Take
Take
care of your
care.
health.
Yeah, that too.
Mhm.
One last thing you're talking about, take care of your health. My dear friend Gladys has reached out and really asking every one of us to pray for her sister who's
Mhm.
currently in the hospital. So if you could, you know, please
Mhm.
send a prayer out to her as well. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you, Michael. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Julie. Bye, everyone.